There are lots of troubles in the south of India. We're talking about the states of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Rains lashing several parts of Visakhapatnam because of Cyclone Michaung, of course. 200 young travelers stranded in Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh. Cyclone is now making landfall where 9,000 people have been evacuated from the coastal parts of Andhra Pradesh. The teams of the National Disaster Relief, they have been deployed. 12 teams are there for rescue operations. In the state of Tamil Nadu, they're looking at 5,000 crore rupees in terms of central assistance. The damage is widespread. And amidst the rampant power cut complaints that they are getting, the government in Tamil Nadu is claiming that 80% supply of electricity has been restored. That's the current status as we know it. Let's find out about these conditions that Cyclone Michaung is bringing on. And for that, AVM GP Sharma, the president at Skymet, is joining us now. Mr. Sharma, good to have you with us. This death toll in Chennai, has gone up. The cyclone has made landfall in Andhra Pradesh. Just help us understand the severity of Cyclone Michaung as of now.
Vikram, we know that this was a severe cyclonic storm, which otherwise, severity-wise, we have seen the Indian coastline has seen the super cyclones also, extremely severe cyclonic storm also. But then it depends the location of the particular storm, how long does it stay in the adjacent areas, and that's what matters. Okay, this storm is going to go on record as a very peculiar storm. Though it affected only two states, that is Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, most of the storms you find they travel across the sea and then they meet the coastline head on. So therefore it doesn't spend, they do not spend very long time as a cyclonic storm in the proximity of the coast, because as soon as they cross the coast, they make a landfall and they start weakening. But this storm, if you remember, it started originating sometime last fag end of last month over Andaman. And the last 5-6 days, it has been in the proximity of Southwest Bay, and 48 hours, last 48 hours, very close to the coast, Tamil Nadu coast and then Andhra Pradesh coast. Okay, we know that what trail of destruction it left behind in Tamil Nadu, particularly this capital city Chennai, which was stranded yesterday, and then all operations coming to a standstill, whether it's a rail, road, and air operations. So that was the city of the storm which had. Today, the storm already moved as a cyclonic storm and close to the same place where the assessment was made earlier, little south of Bapatla, where it was about to assessed to be crossing. Okay, it crossed at the same point, and there's a severe cyclonic storm only. But then the devastation and the inclement weather conditions which it had given yesterday, today they were definitely a much lower in scale and grade as compared to what we had. I haven't seen any 3-digit rainfall, 100 millimeter rainfall today over all those areas, wherever it, even the Krishna Delta, where it close to that place it hit, Bapatla, Narsapur, even Vijayawada, that area. Yes, there has been some heavy rains, some 60, 70, 80 millimeters, but then 3-digit rainfall, that is not seen. That means obviously the proximity of the land had taken the punch out of that storm, and then though strong winds continued, even the winds were about 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, and now also, at the moment also, though the storm has weakened, I will say it has become even a deep depression now. That's over again Andhra Pradesh, and it is affecting that area. Vizag is having rain and thunder shower. Though the intensity and the spread is less than what obviously is associated with the storm, it's still causing a lot of weather activity over and around that area, that is south coastal Andhra Pradesh and neighboring region. Yes, Vikram.
Areas. Now that we are seeing the intensity of this cyclone turn into a storm, as far as the vulnerable areas are concerned in its path from here on, which ones would those be?
See, as I said, the storm has weakened now, but then you see even the storms, whether it's a depression or deep depression, they still have the potential to cause incessant rains and strong winds also. This will largely be affecting Firstly, this pocket only where it is presently stationed now, since it is recurving. At the time of recurvature, the storm, they become very slow. They hardly move. They nearly become stationary also for some time. And that's what it is doing at the moment. It is centered presently southwest of Bapatla, where it was supposed to cross the coast. Just very near to that, about 40-50 kilometers only, the distance is there. And then from there on, it is likely to move a little northeastward. That means moving up again parallel to the coast of Orissa and South Andhra Pradesh. It is going to affect largely now some parts of Telangana. Telangana, I say that the eastern parts of Telangana, which will include that will be Bhadrachalam, Suryapet, Khammam, it could be Mahbub Nagar and Mahbubabad, sorry, and further than parts of some Chhattisgarh and Odisha region. Next 24 hours, it should be mainly confined to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana region. Subsequently, it should move further and affecting parts of Chhattisgarh and Odisha. 8th, I find the conditions will ease out absolutely. So next 2 days, it will show its flavor, and then will have some scattered rain, thunder shower activity, isolated heavy also at places, along with some strong winds. We still need to exercise caution because as such, the ground, I believe, is already saturated in some of these areas because of these incessant rains. Any more rains, any downpour, etc., it doesn't go anywhere. It keeps getting accumulated. We need to exercise caution for 2 more days, I will say. Yeah.
Caution is required, is what Mr. Sharma is suggesting. And typically in cyclones of this nature, Mr. Sharma, the kind that hit densely populated areas like they have in this instance, what are the measures that citizens and authorities need to take? In your assessment at this point in time, how have we done on that count so far, and how much more vigilant and cautious do we need to be?
Vikram, the things have changed now. Gone are those days when we used to get caught off guard and then lose hundreds and thousands of lives. Now, even if we lose a couple of lives, we get shocked. And like what we said, that Tamil Nadu, I think 4-5 lives were lost. That also should not have been there. Sometimes even people disobey the orders and they do venture where those areas where they are not supposed to, and sometimes unforeseen conditions or situations also claim this fatal those lives also. But then otherwise, all the disaster managing agencies, whether it is a state agency or the central agencies, they are prepared enough. They are very, very clueful. You see, before the storm strikes, there is a lot at stake, and weather agencies, they do the needful, giving enough notice, enough time about the timelines, track, intensity, timelines. What else do you need? You need preparatory times, and that is there. Okay. That was done adequately with this storm also. The moment it moved inside, and nothing much can be done when the storm is definitely peaking and affecting those areas. Yes, after it weakens a little, once the conditions, they start becoming a little normal, like what we see in Chennai now, these agencies, they are put into action, and then they are restoring. Like we said, that despite that waist deep and hip deep, possibly inundation over and around Chennai, the things have been restored even within 24 hours. Okay, most of the areas. Yes, there are some pockets, they will take a little more time. Fortunately, you see, there are no lives lost, I think, so far, to my understanding, over Andhra Pradesh or so, because people were taken to safe shelters. Okay. In this case, they will not spend very long also, possibly not more than 48 hours. Over Andhra Pradesh, I will say it should come back to normal within 48 hours. And those people who have been away from their houses, they have been looked after very well by the station administration. Okay, in terms of whatever they need. It's not only human being. What I say is there is a concern about even the animals also, obviously, because they need to be taken to safe places and they also need to be fed. That has been done in this particular event also. Okay, state administration, there is definitely there is a lot of effort from their side. I don't think anybody will have any complaint. Obviously, the things should start coming back to normal. They will be limping to normalcy initially for the next about 12 hours, but thereafter, I think the operations will get speeded up, and then within about 36, 48 hours, we'll see all this thing tracking back on rails, and then everything becoming nearly normal. Yes, Vikram.
All right, Mr. Sharma, we leave it there. We continue to monitor the situation, and we hope that all the precautions that have been taken place yields the kind of result that we would be hoping for, that there is minimal damage to life and property. But thanks very much, Mr. Sharma, for joining us with your perspective on this.